Hey, this is JH, part of the JH and Kyle Roundbarns Podcast. And today, Kyle's not here, but I've got Melinda with me today, the director here at Fulton County Historic Society. And it's been a little bit, so we're doing a little podcast in preparation for Trail of Courage coming up. Hello, Melinda. How you doing today?
I'm doing just great.
Upright and mobile. That's the important part. Some house cleaning stuff real quick. Kyle's had to step down as president for FCHS because of some personal issues that have come up in his life. And that's fine. He's still on the board. That means I've now been moved up to the president position of FCHS. Thank you, Kyle. And so we're continuing forward. We've also had three resignations on the board. We have one of those confirmed filled. We're getting ready to fill the other two as well. So we've got some neat change-ups coming. We've been able to get more of a tech team put together, doing some different marketing work. You'll start seeing it pop up on our Facebook page or YouTube channel. Got some more volunteers stepping forward, which has been really cool to see because we're starting to rebuild that volunteer pool again. And speaking of volunteers and marketing, it's trail time. So when I was talking to Melinda earlier, I'm like, so what all should we cover? I think we should do this and this. She goes, trail. We should talk about trail. I'm like, okay, good enough. We'll talk about trail.
Most important. Less than a month away.
That's right.
Or basically just a month away.
Is it a month away at this point?
It's 18th today.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, we have lots of cleanup to do to get ready for the festival itself. So if you can even come out for an hour or two, there's sticks to pick up, things to clean out, dust out, sweep out, get the cobwebs out.
Yeah, rake up.
But we'll be doing that starting this Saturday. I know there's going to be a few people back at the woods starting. So if you can come out and spend some time, we'd appreciate it.
And we'll be doing more firewood tonight with my little Kioski crew, diaspora crew. So get that finished up. Yeah, and then they'll be shifting to raking also and working with Danny T. That's been really cool working with him, coordinating what's going in when, making sure labor is not going to be redundant.
Yes.
So that's been huge. So anybody you have interest in volunteering, you have opportunity, time, whatever, you've got people, you've got a rake, and a willingness to use it, please call us here at the park and get with Melinda to set up a time to come out and help. Melinda, what's the number here?
574-223-4436. We're here Tuesday through Saturday from 9 to 5. There is an answer machine. But beyond doing the woods, we've also got all of our buildings out here in the village. They'll have to be dusted and out and ready, too, to have open during the festival. So there's always something.
Yeah, that's the truth. Dear God. So, and want to thank, we've got two sponsors up front right now. Sponsorship time. We'll be out beating the bushes here. Pike Lumber Company, of course, has stepped forward. They've sponsored us both with money and firewood. They've doubled the firewood volume for this year, so we should probably be able to feed the whole camp, plus have some left over from those dry cutoffs. That'll be cool. And Eggtown Coffee up in Mentone, Ethan Yazel, thank you very much for your sponsorship. Really appreciate that. If you're anywhere near Mentone, stop in, visit Ethan. I get chai. I can't stand coffee. And tell him we sent you just to annoy the crap out of him, honestly. Just So, and as far as sponsorships, folks, we've got we have a lot of entertainment. We're working on some new entertainment, working on just kind of having fun, building the festival in some new directions, getting it back to being more child friendly and stuff like that. And that all costs. So if you get the chance, you got $100, drop it by. We'll thank everybody for $20, whatever. Drop it by. We'll make a point of thanking you for the sponsorship. Every little bit helps. If you want to sponsor a whole program, we've got lists of the performers and what the cost is. It's always kind of neat to drive by and go, oh, look, here's a band, here's a whatever. Each of those things comes with a price tag. And in bringing the excellent programming we've been bringing and working on improving that programming, that costs money. as we're trying to build more of a community sense, interact more with our community, and develop more of a community draw, the whole apes together strong thing, that costs. So that's where we reach out to the community. We say, please help sponsor programming for this event so that we can actually make a stronger event and have a stronger draw. Make this a cornerstone program for not just for Fulton County Historic Society, but for Fulton County as a whole. We
Yes.
still have people in the county who don't realize the event happens.
Yes, and I don't understand that.
I can't fathom that one. No.
After 50 years of us being here, I can't believe that they don't know that we're here. But
Well, that's right. This is the 50th anniversary,
Yes.
isn't it?
yes,
Oh, my
So-
God.
there's about a handful of people that were actually at the first festival that will be here at Trail this year.
Now, where was the first one?
It was held south of town, down by the Mud Creek, on the Neff Farm.
Okay.
So on State Road 25 South,
Okay.
about 400 south, I believe. But it was in a cornfield, and they did the first one there. And then the next year we went to Bob Kern's woods across the road from here, where the museum is property. And then we were there till '84, and then in '85 we moved to this property.
Wow.
So
See, I've only ever known it here, but I'm only 55. So I was 5 when the first one was held, and I guarantee this wasn't on my radar at that time.
mine either at that point. But I have somebody that I graduated, that his family has been here, and he actually walked. They did a walk down Main Street like they would have when the Indians were removed at the time, and he actually walked it. So
Oh, wow.
Kevin McClellan is the one who actually did that. So
Wow. Wow. That is cool. 50 years. That is amazing. And 50 years on our 250th. So that's cool. So, wow. 50 years and going strong. It's kind of a cool thing. In the background, guys, we deal with a lot of other groups, other sites, other stuff going on all over the place. And it's been interesting because there have been other groups and sites that have put events on top of Trail, in some cases with the bespoke intent of destroying Trail. Why? Because people are petty. And what's been really interesting, I've been in several meetings now where people make a comment about how their event that they put on top of the Trail date didn't work and their event died. And it's become a mantra that I've used of, well, Trail is, was, and will be. So as part of that will be, we have to, change with times. We have to make stuff happen. And that's part of, again, coming back to, let's reach out more to the community. Let's get more community involvement, because this has got to be a draw for our community as a whole, and to build up and hopefully get it so when 31 finally comes through, we don't get blocked off, if that's somehow possible.
unfortunately, yeah, it's gonna be a reality one of these days.
Yeah.
But we keep saying on down the road, please.
Possibly when we're alive too. So, but anyway, so yeah, you got if you're and we'll be stopping by different shops. We challenged the board of directors to actually go out and approach one person, company, sponsor each, and at least for like $100, see if they could get that in, and. So we'll be working our way through the community. We've already started, and be stopping in different shops and talking with people to get those sponsorships. So head us off. Stop in here early. Take your name off the list.
Yeah, what people don't realize is to put on a festival like this, last year it cost us $33,000 to actually put on the actual festival itself.
Oh,
That
it is
means
okay to mention that?
Insurance, programming, the food booths, everything that we're doing out here.
Porta
You know,
potties.
yeah, the porta pots, everything to make it so it's convenient for everybody else. We've got to make sure it happens. And so, that $100 even will help towards that goal of covering those expenses.
Well, $330 we've pretty well covered the fees, or covered the trail. So last year we hit numbers in the end that put us comparable to 2017, which was a good year. And last year, let me see, we had a surplus till we had to start doing a bunch of repairs here, which ate up our surplus, which has made things tight. But we have a stronger capital facility than we had before because of that. So this year we want to see if we can hit at least tie 2017, if not surpass that, and roll that clock back even further. I think we've got the ability, we've got the draw. I've seen online a lot of positive comments. I've seen some kind of dismissive comments, but I look at those and I can see where they're coming from, and I'm like, I don't see that as necessarily a valid complaint. And then I see what we're working on to bring out. So like Clockwork Clown, Emerald Kelly, bringing her back out, working on the petting zoo piece, working just working on bringing pieces for more kids. Having our music back, they always seem to be a good draw. The Fourth Mass, the Anderson Highlanders, the 42nd Pipe Band out of Lafayette, finally bringing them back last year. One of the really cool things, and you brought it up in the board meeting again also, was it on Saturday at the end of the day, or was it Sunday end of the day? Sunday end of the day, we're going up to do our closing ceremony. And I was down in the woods trying to find the bands. And then all of a sudden realized that the bands were all at the north end where we're doing our opening and closings. And they had just begun a jam session. And you had the older musicians teaming up with the younger musicians. It didn't matter what band they're with, what group they're with. All of a sudden, the drummers were all together, the fifers were all together, the bagpipers were all together, and they're just helping each other out. And that was the neatest thing I've heard in a long time. I know you and I both stood there just mesmerized, like.
Yeah, I did a video, and yes, it was very cool and very, very setting for that time period and whatever for that evening. The Anderson kids just won at State Fair or something to do with the bands here in the last month.
Oh, excellent.
And then, of course, Anderson's, got the water problem down there with all the flooding.
Yeah.
And that, so we think of them for that problem too, but still planning on being here to my knowledge, so.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's awesome. But that was a really cool thing. So there's stuff like that that'll pop up during the festival you don't expect. Like at that point, I had been trying to think, how do we get them to start a jam session without realizing you leave them alone. That's how you get them to start a jam session.
They start talking, yes.
Yeah. They start plotting amongst themselves. And we've got some stuff like opening and closing are now at the north end, so that you'll get a chance to see the music, and then once we finish the brief opening ceremony, they go ahead and they'll lead you south into the property, or end of the day, follow them back north. And we're putting in "You Are Here" signs this year to be able to show you kind of where you are on the property and where the closest food is, or restrooms, or whatever else. So we've got 2 of those on the slate right now. We've got some other pieces we're going to experiment with being able to show kind of what scheduling is, or where, like one of the things we keep finding questions about, Mountain Man Tug of War over in Medicina Camp. So, which is part of youth programming. Plus, they've also got period games over in there. So we're working on getting a couple signs up that'll point people over in that direction also. If you can't get the youth involved, you're not going to have a future. So we're doing more reach out and highlighting the youth activities.
And we send letters to the schools for 4th graders to come, but we actually get 3rd grade or 5th and 5th graders, and a lot of homeschools. So if you have a homeschool out there that you want to come and bring them to the festival, contact us, and we'll make sure that you get paperwork to actually come for the day. Well,
isn't Friday the Kids' Day program,
yes,
right?
September the 18th, on Friday. You're usually here 9 to 2:30.
9 to 2:30, okay.
And then everybody will open up camp and let the rest of them come in and get set up.
Yeah.
But when you have, anywhere from 700 to 1,500 kids here in a day, you definitely don't want vehicles going in and out.
Well, I remember years ago when I did the Brit stuff, I remember being non-inebriated and showing up on Kids' Day to set up. And I forget if it was you or Shirley wound up getting involved. I forget who all. Basically explaining to me I had a choice. I could go sit in the parking lot and wait, or I could leave and come back, but I wasn't going in.
Yep. Or else you carry your stuff in. You don't take a vehicle.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been doing the school days for 26, 27 years now. Has
it been that long? Really?
So, yeah.
Wow. Well, it's a 50-year festival. Yeah. I mean, that's just yesterday. You and I didn't have these white things in our white parts of our hair, and now it's like,
been a few
crap.
years. So.
A couple. no, that's no. This is going to be awesome. So yeah, you got some time. You want to volunteer and help with cleanup? That's awesome. I know, like we're going to be splitting some firewood between like 6 and 7:30 tonight, bringing over the big splitter, going with that, as well as bucking up some logs. So if you've got chainsaws, you're available. Come out tonight to FCHS about 6 o'clock, and we'll be splitting down by the woodshed.
We have been fortunate here that we have not had flooding back at the woods. With all the rains that have been around us, we have been fortunate enough not to have them here. The woods is actually pretty dry.
Oh,
as
that's
far as
amazing.
my brother drove down the other day. He says, well, I got all the way to the edge of the woods, but I didn't drive through the woods for fear of branches being down.
Gotcha.
But that's,
Yeah, I
that's a
haven't
good
been back
sign.
there since the storms. Yeah.
And somebody was in earlier today, and I said, well, if you remember back in 1988 when they thought the dam was going to break, and we flooded back here. It was August the 17th that year. And by Labor Day weekend, it was dry enough that we were down cleaning up the dead fish and getting the place ready. And we still had
wow.
Trail of Courage that year.
Yeah.
So, we've had events like that. Of course, 9/11 happened right before Trail of Courage that year, and we went ahead.
Yeah. Well,
but-
it's one of those things, guys, that it's a difficult concept. And this is something I found working with a bunch of different sites, a bunch of different groups. And it's an old adage that is amazingly, annoyingly true. The show must go on.
Mm-hmm.
You've got it scheduled. You got to do it. And stuff's going to crap around you. You got to do it.
Right.
And you got to make it happen. And this is something, we do it for us as a fundraiser, but we do it for the community as a whole, for a draw to the community. Because we've got, here in Fulton County, we got a really neat place.
Mm-hmm.
Marshall County is not too far north of us. They're okay. I can tolerate them mostly, but I'm really biased to Fulton County. And this is the thing to help draw people down here to see it. I've been amazed, friends of mine that have come in, that they'll get a chuckle out of, there actually is more than corn around here, isn't there? Like, well, yeah. Of course, I'm dragging them around, showing them like woods and the river and different stuff like that too. So that they're like, so the fields are between the woods? I'm like, well, kind of. That, or the woods are between the fields. I'm not sure which, but just, share our neat community, our neat history. We've got so much neat stuff here. If you watch on Facebook, upcoming, we're going to start putting up kind of a what is it posts to challenge the community to see if they know what different things are, because we've got amazing collections here. So we're going to start drawing from that and challenging people's trivia knowledge for historic stuff. And a couple pieces, we may not know what they are, but we're hoping that you do. So, excuse me. Well, apparently our helper's gone because the phone's ringing. But so we'll have some of that
Can't talk
upcoming.
right
We're
now, sorry.
looking at working with the overhaul the website. We've got a tech team, going back to like the earlier board stuff. Tech team putting stuff together. We're working on a bigger marketing mix going forward. Actually using more of the Facebook type stuff, Instagram, TikTok. So as you watch, you'll be seeing those changes come up, and I think it's something that it started probably too late for trail this year, although we're still using it. Going forward, you're going to see it pop up more for upcoming events. So hopefully, have better outreach for the community that way also, to let you guys know what we're up to. Because there's it's amazed me since when I became vice president, finding out how much actual activity there is out here.
Mm-hmm.
And how much this facility actually brings to the community, and how much opportunity there is here for groups in the community. So Melinda just sits there nodding. Yep, sure is. Yep.
It's busy all the time.
Preaching to the choir. Yeah. She's like, you've seen my schedule. Shut up. Anyway, so folks, to wrap up here, like we said, the trail's coming up. You got some time to volunteer. You got a chainsaw. You got a rake. Whatever. Come on out. Get with us. Point you in a direction. We've got wood splitting tonight, starting about 6 to about 7:30. each Tuesday until trail. Basically, my crew will be working on something like that. Once we've got this done, we've got to go back and rebuild part of our booth. Thank you, Vandals. So we'll be doing that, but we've also got raking and mowing and other stuff to get done. And then sponsorships, if it's $20, $100, whatever, bring it out, drop it off. Or if you see one of us, wave us down and get it out here. We'll make sure to thank you online, on the air. And, with, let me see, sponsorship that. Yeah, and then come on out for trail and have a good time. And let us know what you want to see at trail. Let us know what changes you'd like to see take place, because we're very open to that. And we want this to serve our community. And we want this to be a community draw, bring more people in. So, yeah, that's basically what I've got, Melinda. You got anything else you can think of offhand?
Not so often for a museum, I guess. I will be in the parade on Saturday for the Nickel Plate Festival downtown. I was given the Community Service Award earlier in the year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
So
that was awesome.
So I get to be in the parade.
You got
So,
Here's an award for your service. Now, get in the parade.
but
Are you going to be on a float, or is someone driving you, or how are they doing that? Do you
well,
know?
at this point, I'm going to be driving myself unless I find somebody else to drive. But,
Oh, jeez.
but
jeez.
anyway, but yeah, we'll be doing that. And
Yeah, here's the award. You get to be in the parade. Find your own vehicle and driver. Wow.
They brought me some signs, so
Well, that's nice. That's nice of them.
but that'll be fun. And got a lot of things going on out here in the next month, even with getting ready for trails. So
Oh, yeah.
just come on out and
Yeah.
visit, and you'll find out what we're up to.
Yeah, the other stuff continues whether we like it or not. So, yeah. Anyway, folks, we thank you. Remember, history belongs to all of us, and we can't wait to see you out here. Take care.